Did you know that the very first Stoic philosopher was a man from Cyprus? Welcome to Proven Psychology. Today we clarify the question, what is Stoicism? Worrying more than necessary about things that are actually beyond our control is a very common experience. We keep coming back to the same questions again and again. How do I deal with pain? How do I stay calm when everything around me falls apart? And how do I live a good life? One philosophy has survived it all. And today, nearly 2,300 years after it was born, it gives more people guidance than ever before. And it all started with a man named Zeno of Citium, who was born in Cyprus, raised as a merchant. He traveled as a trader, so he was someone who really knew wealth and security. Until that one day, when he experienced a shipwreck in the Mediterranean Sea. So he lost his ship, he lost his entire fortune. And for most people, that would have been the end. But for Zeno, it was just the beginning. He reportedly said, "I made a good voyage when I was shipwrecked." So after the happening, Zeno made his way to Athens, and back then that was the center of philosophical thoughts. He studied there, he listened, he searched, and eventually he started teaching himself in a painted colonnade, the Stoa Poikile. That's where the name Stoicism comes from as well. And his experience made him change his mind. And his ideas found students, those students found more students, and this philosophy spread through ancient Greece, through Rome, through the centuries, and still through the social media nowadays. But what is Stoicism actually? At its very core, it comes down to one single but very powerful idea. Not everything is in our control, but our response to it always is. So you can't control what other people think of you. You can't control whether the train is gonna be late or how someone will treat you. But what you can control is how you react to it. You can control your judgments and how you perceive the situation. So there is the outside world, which simply does what it does. And there is the inner world, your perception, and how you want to see yourself in this situation. What's very fascinating is that when the Stoics were alive, the psychology as science did not exist yet, but still the practices of Stoicism are very deeply rooted in modern psychology. Like, for example, cognitive behavior therapy, one of the most well-researched therapeutic approaches in the world, is built on the very same principles. Especially today, where we live in a world full of constant overstimulation with all the notification bombardment and social media, which shows us every day people who seem more beautiful, more successful, more happy than us. The pressure to perform keeps growing, and the feeling of never being enough grows as well. No wonder Stoicism is finding such popularity right now. But it would be wrong to call it a trend, because Stoicism is definitely not an aesthetic lifestyle concept or just a trendy motivational hashtag. It's a natural mechanism of the human mind, an attempt to find the inner compass again, when everything on the outside is spinning in such a speed that's not natural to our nervous system. And there was one philosopher, Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoics, and he said, "It's not the things that happen to us that affect us, but it's our judgment about them." And I think that's very wise, 2,000 years later, and still true. Stay tuned with Proven Psychology.